Okay យើងចូលដល់ scheduling okay so in the life cycle we have sorry ចឹងនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងគឺយើងមានតកតងជាមួយនឹង life cycle ដែរដើម្បីយើងធ្វើ scheduling ចឹងក្នុងនេះយើងមានប្រមាណ6 7និយាយតកតងមួយនឹង scheduling ណា So in here, as you can see, we have this Gantt chart. We indicate the time, the date and time. For example, 2010, 2011. We have November, December, Jan, something like this. It represents the duration of our project. And here look like we can say phases or milestone. But normally we can quote as phase phase 1 prototype, or we can say revision 1, revision 2, or requirement 1, 2. It depends on the goal, each goal. Our goal is to do this prototype. So we develop the prototype for 1 month. Or maybe we can extend until March. Revision 1, planning. So we plan to draft a request for proposal or FP, request for proposal. Then the proposal evaluation and contracting. And evaluation and contracting another one, this one. So it's all about the plan. Then will we collect the proposal and we choose one proposal. After we choose, we can finalize the scope or something like this. So in scheduling, we talk about time, we talk about goal, or this goal. And we set the duration of each goal. How long will it take to do this goal? And we may put some detailed activity, just like this. A web portal is about doing the website. So we analyze, we develop, we design, develop, test, implement. Cho nên được dương khơi những việc đặt anh chia time period nữa nè cái khả năng nó cái cầm nọt time period how you mean goal mùi nữa nè vì ai chỉ goal ai chỉ milestone ai chỉ phase mùi nè so you to take a percent of phase percent of phase rồi goal bảo cái trong bàn ấy nó chỉ sub goal tôi ra nè cho nên nó còn là vì bằng hai nhà schedule này vì bằng hai thay ta dẹp tiền để dương thưa từ goal mùi nó miền រយៈពេលប្រមាណឬក៏ក្នុង phase មួយហ្នឹងយើងត្រូវការរយៈពេលប្រមាណដើម្បីធ្វើហើយយើងនឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមធ្វើនៅពេលណាហើយបញ្ចប់នៅពេលណាហើយអាចមាន delay រយៈពេលប្រមាណចឹងទៅណាអាច extend រយៈពេលប្រមាណចឹងទៅណាហើយអាចដឹងថាការងារណាដែលអាចធ្វើដោយ parallel បានណាអន្ទឹមគ្នាបានហើយការងារណាដែលវាសំខាន់ហើយការងារណាដែលវា optional ណាវា optional ចឹងខាងក្នុងនោះវា list action នៅក្នុងនោះដែរណា action detail មួយចំនួនដែរណាចាកន្លែងផ្កាយហ្នឹងសិតតែជាកន្លែងសំខាន់ដែរណាកន្លែងសំខាន់ចឹងសម្រាប់ evaluation សម្រាប់ស្អីចឹងទៅនេះណាgo live judge តើអាច go live បានអត់អីចឹងទៅណាផ្កាយហ្នឹងណាចឹងកំណត់ថ្ងៃយកមកនេះឃើញថ្ងៃទីប៉ុន្មានថ្ងៃពហុទី27អីចឹងទៅណាចឹងខាងក្នុងហ្នឹងវាជា planning ទេតាមពិតទៅណាវាជា plan ទេបើតែអា scheduling ហ្នឹងគឺមានន័យថាយើងធ្វើទុកមុនណាយើង schedule ទុកមុនទៅអនាគត future វាមិនមែនជារបស់ដែលកើតឡើងហើយទេចឹងពីច្រើនពួកយើងនៅពេលដែលយើងធ្វើចុះ star ចុះ trend ហ្នឹងគឺពួកយើងធ្វើហើយបានយើងធ្វើ plan តែពិតនៅក្នុងមែនទែនអត់ចឹងទេគេធ្វើ plan ហើយបានគេ scheduling ហ្នឹងគេធ្វើហើយបានគេចាប់ដើមធ្វើណាអញ្ចឹងពីច្រើនscheduling នេះវាជាការប៉ាន់ស្មាននេះវាអាចខុសតិចតួចអញ្ចឹងនៅគេមានគេថាអាច delay បានប្រមាណអីចឹងទៅណាចឹងគេ schedule ទុកមុនណាបើសិនជាមានបញ្ហាអីគេអាច delay រហូតដល់នេះអីចឹងទៅណាដល់ម៉ាអីចឹងទៅ develop នេះ prototype នេះចឹងបាន prototype ហើយបានគេយកអា sample នៃ prototype នេះយកមកធ្វើ analyze អីតទៀត develop web portal អីចឹងណាចឹងក្នុងហ្នឹងគឺជាសម័យទុកមុនថារបស់ដែលត្រូវធ្វើមានទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងណាឬក៏យើងនិយាយមួយទៀតថា timeline ណា timeline ហ្នឹងក៏បានដែរចាបន្ទាត់ក្រហមនេះវាតំណាងឲ្យ current date អីចឹងទៅណា as of November នេះណា 4th November ចឹងមានន័យថាយើងចាប់ផ្ដើម implement ប៉ុន្តែតាមពិតវាអត់ទាន់ start ទេនេះណាវាអត់ទាន់បានធ្វើទេតែយើង start នៅនេះឡើយបន្ទាត់ក្រហមនេះGantt chart is one of the popular chart that we do for scheduling. We have a basic planning, for example, month 9 to 10. So it's planned 2 months, but actually it take more than 2 months. Actually, in reality, external design we plan about 2 months and a half, but we talk about around 3 months. Internal design is around 2 months, but yes, it's the same 2 months. Development 3 months, and we took around 3 months also a system test. So at last we have some delay here. From here we have delays a little bit, here also a little bit. So the start of the actual activity, it's also delay. So as planned, it should be finished early in age, but in reality, we take until the end of age, month age. And this one is viewing of the progress. For example, task 1 we talk about in the M1. We can say month 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5. So in month 1, for the task 1, we take about 3 months, around 3 months. So this line is represent the progress we led or we early. If here we early, if here we led, we were led. So some tasks we start late. For example, task 2 we start late. Task 1 we early, for example. So for month 2, we all led also the 2 tasks, task 2 and task 3. And for month 3, we all led start the task 3, task 2 and task 1 all led. And for the line 4, we start here. It's a normal, it's on time, but this one is late. Task 3 late. Task 2 early. And task 1 there's no, because we already finished task 1.ចឹងឡើយនេះគាត់បង្ហាញណាថា អាមួយជា plan អាមួយទៀតជា actual ចឹង plan ថា2ខែប៉ុន្តែយើងធ្វើ2ខែកន្លះអីចឹងណាyeah it's not design យើង plan ថា3ខែយើងធ្វើ2ខែកន្លះយើងធ្វើដល់3ខែចឹងទៅណា internal design អូខេ development អូខេ testing អូខេប៉ុន្តែដោយសារយើង late ពីដំបូងមកបន្តិចនេះគឺយើង late ទៅណាថាទៅចប់ early ខែ8វាទៅជា late ខែ8វិញណានេះគឺបង្ហាញពី progress នៃ task របស់យើងនៅក្នុងខែមួយណាចឹងខែទី1ហ្នឹងគឺអា task 2យើង start late ហើយ task 1យើង start early ទៅណាចឹងបានថា progress របស់យើង early បានថាយើង before schedule ដល់ពេលខែបន្ទាប់task 3ហ្នឹងយើង late start ណាយើង start វា late តាមត្រូវវាត្រូវ start ឲ្យចំនៅណាមួយចឹងទៅណាតែវាទៅជា late ខែ2ចឹងទៅណា task 2 ក៏ late តែ task 1 early ដល់ពេលខែទី3នេះវា late ទាំងអស់ណា late ទាំងអស់ខែទី4 task 4ទៅមិន start ទេអញ្ចឹងអត់ដឹង late អត់ទេណាអញ្ចឹងស្មើអានេះ late ណា task 3 late ហើយ task 2 early វិញណា task 1ចប់បាត់ហើយអញ្ចឹងវាអត់មាន late អីទេអាហ្នឹងវាបង្ហាញពី progress នៃ implementation របស់យើងណាតាមខែមួយណាបើតែដើម្បីអាចឃើញអញ្ចឹងបានតើយើង update រាល់ខែ update រាល់ខែថា task 1បានប៉ុន្មានភាគរយ task 2ប៉ុន្មានភាគរយ task 3ប៉ុន្មានភាគរយអញ្ចឹងខែបន្ទាប់យើង update ទៀត task 1បានប៉ុន្មានភាគរយហើយ task 2បានប៉ុន្មានភាគរយហើយ task 3ប៉ុន្មានភាគរយហើយ chứ như update រាល់ខែហ្នឹងដើម្បីយើងដឹងថាយើង late ឬក៏អីនេះណានៅពេលដែលយើង late វានឹងនាំឲ្យ late ទៅ process ទាំងមូលទៀតចឹងបើសិនជាគ្រោងគេសម្រាប់ loan នៅក្នុងដើមខែ8ចឹងយើង loan អត់កើតទេណាចឹងត្រូវប្រាប់គេដើម្បីលើកថ្ងៃឲ្យហើយណា I will get chat but I just put something just to show you the planning. So I got up first got up, then self preparation, then travel, then parking, entering, breakfast, learn algo, session 1, lesson 3 loop, and daily loop, for example. So duration we take each get up is about 30 minutes, for example, and then self preparation 30 minutes. Travel to ITC 30 minutes also, parking 30 minutes because it's a lot of people that time, a lot of students, so I need to wait around 30 minutes to enter the parking. Breakfast an hour. Learn algo 0.25 day. So it's about 2 hours. Okay. Loop 1 hour. Day 1 hour. And start from this date, finish at this date, and predecessor is the required task to complete before this task. For example, self preparation can be done unless get up is finished. That means that we need to get up first before self preparation. So predecessor is 1. Travel to ITC. We cannot travel to ITC without preparation, self preparation. So we need to have number 2. We need to complete number 2 before travel to ITC. We need to complete self preparation before go to ITC. And parking entering. We need to travel to ITC first before entering parking. A break first. It requires task 4. You need to enter the parking first before having breakfast. Learning algo session does not require any task of this because when you learn if you don't enter the class, the algo session still continue. So it's not require any this task. And also loop also. But the loop it require a task when because if you don't learn loop, you cannot do the day. Understand? And resource name is the people who will do this task. And is it completed? Yes, 100%, 88%, 100%, 75%, for example. So this one is the graph showing this task. So at 6 a.m. wake up, and then 6:30 self preparation, and then travel to IC parking. After that, breakfast. And this learning algo, this one, long one, learning algo. In learning algo, we have 1 hour for loop and an hour for delay. Chẳng là tara nó chỉ tara mới nhôm cu tăng dù đá tăng phần nè tăng pi bọn đọc bảy nó nhôm cu sầm nhập còn là bằng hai này đấy là ta mình tới chơi cái mình chơi chồng tới còn tại bằng hai thì ca pra gen chat gen chat ហ្នឹងគឺនៅក្នុង Microsoft Project ណាឈ្មោះMicrosoft Project MS Project ឬក៏ឈ្មោះថា Project យកហ្មងយើងអាច search template យកហ្មងក៏បានដែរដោយសារខ្ញុំអត់ទាន់មាន license search for Gantt chart អាហ្នឹងវាមានស្រាប់ហើយតាមពិតណា Soviet Development Plan នេះយកនេះមកហ្មងអាហ្នឹងវាមានគំរូស្រាប់ហ៎មាន sample data គេស្រាប់ចានេះប្រហែលថ្ងៃយ៉ាងនេះណាscope analysis software requirement អីចឹងទៅណា conduct need analysis draft preliminary software អីចឹងទៅណាហើយក្នុងនោះវាមាននេះមកណាមាន timeline របស់គេនេះណាខែ2 2022ខែ1 2022ណារហូតណាដល់ខែប្រហែលបានចប់អីចឹងទៅណានេះមកកណោទៀតនេះណាដល់2026ណាស្អីគេ4 26ខែ4ថ្ងៃ26បានចប់2022ចឹងគេមាន development មាន pilot documentation training testing អានេះ deployment អានេះ development design មាន analysis ប៉ុណ្ណេះ scope ប៉ុណ្ណេះចឹងសម្រាប់ scope យើងអស់ប្រហែល4ថ្ងៃអីចឹងទៅណាដល់ពេល analysis requirement take about 15ថ្ងៃអីចឹងទៅណាហើយ long យូរជាងគេគឺ pilot នេះណា70ថ្ងៃណា testing វា take ប្រហែលជា40ទៅ50ថ្ងៃជិត50ថ្ងៃ training ប្រហែលជាទង40ទៅ50ថ្ងៃដែរណា documentation ប្រហែលជា30ថ្ងៃអញ្ចឹងទៅណាអានេះជា overall ណាគឺក្នុងខែពេលហើយដោយសារ screen ដែលខ្ញុំបង្ហាញវាតូចពេកដល់អញ្ចឹងទៅវាអត់សូវឃើញស្អាតទេតើយើងដាក់ screen ធំហ្នឹងណាហើយបើសិនជាយើង create ថ្មីយកមកចាប់ដើមពី blank យកមកណាចឹងយើងចាប់ដើមសរសេរខ្លួនឯងណាអញ្ចឹងខាងក្នុងហ្នឹងវាមានពួក resource យើងអាច add resource add អីណាវាមាន manage resource team planner ណាចឹងយើងកំណត់ឈ្មោះរបស់មនុស្សឈ្មោះអីចឹងទៅណា start ពីថ្ងៃណាបញ្ចប់ថ្ងៃណាបញ្ចេញហ្នឹងចឹងទៅណាអត់ឲ្យអូមិនក៏អត់ឲ្យ add ចឹងស្អីទៅខ្ញុំខាននេះវាយូរខ្ញុំខាននេះវាប្រហែលជាត្រូវ activate វាឡើងវិញដោយសារតែអាហ្នឹងវាជាពពួករបស់ Microsoft ចឹងវាអាច cost ណា ទៅ pay អាហ្នឹងប្រហែលជាត្រូវ grade ទៅអីណាខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ទិញ license វាប៉ុន្តែអស់ប្រើ port បាត់ហើយ3ឆ្នាំport បាត់ហើយ3ឆ្នាំយើងក៏អាចប្រើ tool ពពួក free មួយចំនួន online ដែរហ្នឹងនិយាយទៅឲ្យទៅធ្វើពួក Gantt chart ហ្នឹងណាគេ Gantt chart អញ្ចឹងប្រើ tool ណាក៏បានឲ្យទៅ free អាច build លើ Gantt chart ហ្នឹងទៅណាបើសិនជាពិបាកត្រូវ grade របស់ Microsoft ត្រូវអីណាអញ្ចឹងកុំឲ្យពិបាក grade នេះទៅណា So for the software to create the Gantt chart, we may use online software, any free software, open source software, because the one I use is our what I can say. We need a license to activate, so we may use online tool instead.
លោកគ្រូខ្ញុំសូមលោកគ្រូGantt chart ហ្នឹងយើងអាចធ្វើលើ Excel បានទេលោកគ្រូ
បាន Excel free មែន
Microsoft Excel គ្រូ
Excel ក៏អត់ free ដែរ let's see maybe we can use Excel. Excel also have a template for Gantt chart. I'll search a template. We can use any tool. This one is also possible. This one, but it is a bit hard. Agile, yes, it's better. This one, yeah. Okay. Yes, it have a predefined, so we also can use this one. It's better because the previous one I used it's not free. So this one also, but I already bought the license. Do you know we use Office 365? Is it free or not? So everyone have the Excel to use or not?
Yes, teacher. I use
Okay,
2021.
Okay, great. អញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាគ្នាយើងមាន Excel ទាំងអស់គ្នាអាចប្រើ Excel បានអស់គ្នាអូខេខ្ញុំប្រើ Excel ចឹងណាព្រោះ tool ដែលខ្ញុំប្រើមិញវា port license ដល់ចឹងខ្ញុំប្រើអត់កើតហើយនិយាយត្រូវប្រើ Excel វិញប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំហ៊ានប្រើបន្តិចដែរណាព្រោះខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ប្រើនោះណាប៉ុន្តែ Excel ប្រហែលជាស្រួលប្រើជាងច្រើនណា Excel វាអត់អីញ៉ៃច្រើនណា Okay, so we have the task, the category, assign to. Okay, it's similar. Yes, assign to which one or which guy who will do the task, and progress, start, and number of it is duration we work on. Okay. I don't see progress. It already have the formula to, yes. So maybe I try to modify something. Yes. Okay, it should be okay. We can use this one. Okay, យើងអាចប្រើ Excel វិញណាល្អជាងផងដោយសារតែយើងអាច customize ស្រួលជាងណាហើយវាម្យ៉ាងទៀតវា free ណាអាចតែ free ណា Vậy cục này dương phở bàn đó. Giờ anh customize time ấy xem được. Okay. Đây kia ao template ở dương snap hay dương còn nó cài tới bàn này nè. Cài tam template nó nhiều nè. Còn tha vì cặp thôi đấy, của này thì đã dương vay bị trôi vô mỏ đó. Tại bên ở trong cầm thêm mấy cứ dương đang hay resource na class đây còn pung tại rồi vô nó bị chỉnh na class chẳng á. Và còn là đây việc bàn đó phần ấy còn là ai để ai tha hở bàn đó. Việc main advanced featureด้วยnó thế đó. Này main options សម្រាប់ view ណា by អាច display ជា date ក៏បានជា time ក៏បានដែរណា date ក៏បាន time week ឬក៏ month អីចឹងទៅណាតែគាត់ថានេះប្រហែលជាអត់មានទេណាតើយើងឆ្នៃថែមណាបើហើយវិញយើងអាចប្រើបានណា design តាមហ្នឹងមកណាគាត់ថាប្រហែលជាគេចងហើយ yes គេចងហើយនេះណាគេចងឲ្យយើងហើយចាំបញ្ចេញ start date អី current date នៅណាចេះ where is today today ហ្នឹងគេយក today មែនគេយកថ្ងៃមែនតើថ្ងៃមែនតើអូខេអូខេអញ្ចឹងដល់ពេលយើងប្រើយើងអាចប្រើជា goal ឬក៏ជា milestone នេះណាជា goal ឬក៏ជា milestone អញ្ចឹងអានេះកន្លែងនេះគេយកជា goal ជា milestone អូខេអូខេតើខ្ញុំសិក្សាវាថែមតិចទៀតណាព្រោះអីអានេះវាមានរបស់មួយចំនួនដែលយើងអាច customize ថែមThis one I follow the PM book project management body of knowledge so just screenshot from the PM book so we put as milestone schedule that it's milestone so it's milestone beginning of new product set complete component 1 complete component 2 so this is each event as a milestone so we can put as phases we can put as goal or milestone so in the PM book we put they put as a milestone so beginning of the product is period 1 and then complete component 1 is in period 3 component 2 in period 3 start of period 3 and I don't know this one maybe the today date complete integration of component 1 and 2 is period 5 new product set finish new product set is period 5 so it's all the event of milestone it's all the milestone or we can use activity develop and deliver the new product Z So it's not a milestone, but it's an activity instead. So we develop and deliver new product Z. It's around 120 days, start from period 1 until period 3. 3 months, for example. Work package 1, component 1, 67 days, something this. Work progress component 2, 53 days. Working package 3, integrate the component 1 and 2. Period 3, yes. So I know this one is start time. Start time. This one is current date. Current date. This one is current date. So we have finished working package component 2. This one is finished, but this 2 is in progress. It's working. So 120 days is from period 1 to period 5. Is the real. Now they finish just I don't know, maybe around 50 days.
លោកគ្រូ
Again.
សុំសួរអាកន្លែង Gantt chart ហើយនិង Gantt chart ที่អំបុកហ្នឹងអាហ្នឹងវាខុសគ្នាមិនបានយើងត្រូវធ្វើវារបៀបពីរអីចឹង
មែនទេគាត់ឲ្យយើងឃើញពីរបៀបនៃការគូផ្សេងគ្នាអីដែលយើងឃើញហ្នឹងរបស់ពីអំបុកគឺវាជាលក្ខណៈ global វាអត់ detail activity ទេហើយរបស់ Gantt chart មិនគឺវា detail activity តែ Gantt chart ដូចគ្នាទេប៉ុន្តែមួយយើងគូជាលក្ខណៈ global ហើយមួយទៀតគូជាលក្ខណៈ detail
ចឹងបើសិនជាយើងធ្វើ request proposal ទៅខាង supervisor ចឹងយើងគិតថាមួយណាដែលវាស័ក្តិសមនឹងការស្អីយើងអាចឬក៏យើងដាក់ទាំងពីរបានលោកគ្រូ
គួរដាក់ global ព្រោះយើងអត់អាចគូ detail កើតទេត្រូវឲ្យយើងអត់ដឹងថាការងារហ្នឹងត្រូវធ្វើឲ្យខ្លះទាំងអស់ទេព្រោះយើងអាចស្មានជាថាសរួមបានតែថាយើងធ្វើ component ទី1 component ទី2ឧបមាថានៅពេលដែលយើងជួបមួយនឹង supervisor គេប្រាប់ថាក្នុងបច្ចេកទេសមាន feature អីខ្លះគេប្រាប់ហើយណាចា feature មួយហ្នឹងយើង plan នឹងធ្វើពេលណារយៈពេលខ្ទង់ប្រហែលបានចឹងទៅណា
លោកគ្រូដូចពេលយើងធ្វើ intern អញ្ចឹងបើសិនធ្វើនៅក្រុមហ៊ុនអញ្ចឹងអា read proposal ហ្នឹងយើងគួររៀបចំទៅមុនហើយនៅក្នុងមុនពេលយើង interview មួយគេឬក៏ចំពេលដែលយើងភាសាមួយគេហើយយើងយក project ហ្នឹងមកគូជា proposal ធ្វើឲ្យគេម្ដងទៀត
តើតើយើងភាសាមួយគេហើយបើយើងដឹងអាហ្នឹងបើមិនអញ្ចឹងយើងអត់ដឹងទេគូអត់ចេញទេហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែគេក្នុងរបស់គេមានគ្រោងគេហើយលើកលែងតែបច្ចេកហ្នឹងថ្មីសម្រាប់ធ្វើតែ training អីចឹងអាហ្នឹងអត់មានទេប៉ុន្តែទោះបីជាអត់មានក៏យើងត្រូវយកវាមកសង់ជា timeline ដែរណាប៉ុន្តែអត់ detail ទេគ្រាន់តែ schedule feature ធំទេ
ចាគ្រូអរគុណ
mostly when you go for training when you discuss with your supervisor about the project you need to note when the project start and what is the deadline of the project and let's say how long it will be done and you will divide the feature you need to analyze some of the feature and you need to make some brief estimation of each feature to understand well about the feature. You may ask your supervisor for detail. For example, you do the planning in the Gantt chart. You put feature 1 take about 1 month, for example, and then you take it to the supervisor and for discussion. Sometimes your supervisor they know that the feature may not take that long or maybe take longer than this so he may suggest you for maybe better or exact period of time to do the feature. So this one is like a proposal that you propose to your supervisor that you may take this time to do. So it's also if you already finished discussion with your supervisor in a company, you need to come to your teacher. That is just an advisor, but you also know that the project is suitable to do or not. The fact, if it is suitable, teacher will allow, and then you can start the project. Mostly some project may not suitable for the training for year 5 because it's sometimes it's just do some design. It take around 1 month, for example. So it's not related to the analysis, like analyzes the system, analyzes the feature of the system. If it related to the analysis and implementation, I believe it's okay. But if it is not, it will not allow for register as a subject for training. So in year 5 it's a bit strict for the project you do. It's not just 18 page, 4 or 5 page. It's not possible. But if it is a dynamic HTML page, it's okay. For example, your HTML page contain JavaScript, CSS, that load the data from the backend, and then display the data with some animation or some design that is require some analysis. It's okay. It's not require you to do the database, but require you to connect to the backend to take the data also. It's also acceptable. Chẳngគ្នាយើងអត់អីណាយល់ទេណាខ្ញុំមិនបាច់ចាំបញ្យល់ខ្មែរទេណា
ចា៎លោកគ្រូ
អញ្ចឹង Gantt chart នោះមានពីរណា so Gantt chart I saw previously there's two one for I draw in MS project Microsoft project this one is drawn in the Excel but it's okay we just separate one is to estimate the whole project this one is estimate each activity of the project. This one can be done unless we have finished this one. So this one is for the global estimation and this one is detailed estimation. I can say this, say something like this. We break it down into small activity. And this one is in big view, big feature. អញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលយើងធ្វើហ្នឹងគឺសំខាន់មែនតើ work breakdown structure មានន័យថាយើងយកការងារធំមួយហ្នឹងទៅ break ទៅជា sub module តូចៗឬក៏ feature តូចៗក្នុងហ្នឹងយើង break ហើយបានយើង estimate feature ហ្នឹងណា estimate feature ហ្នឹងហើយបើសិនយើងចង់ detail ថា feature ហ្នឹងមានអីទៀតយើងបបែកតទៀតយើង break ទៀតណា break រហូតដល់ចំណុចមួយដែលយើងអាចធ្វើបាន But some point you need to research also, because each feature has some challenge also. Some challenge that require you to do some research to know whether it is possible to do or not. And this one we break down into smaller tasks, smaller activity. This one is in big activity. This one break into smaller activity. So in 120 days, we have work package 1, component 1, then design component 1. It's around 20 days. Build component 1, 33 days. And we have a depend on design. If design not finished, we cannot start the building component. And then we test component 1, and we require build the component first. After finish the building component, we can start test. And the current that is so that the test is started, but it's not yet complete. So the development and design is done, but we are still in testing. For package component 2, 53 days. Design component 2 about 14 days. Build component 2 the same, 28 days. And test around 11 days. So we break it down into smaller tasks. And this one is big task. You cannot see the detail, but you can see the overall. But this one you see the detail, but sometimes it's too much for the supervisor, because we have around we need to read about 20 line or more than that to understand the situation, the feature. But this one you can see we have only about 3 package, 3 per package. And we took around 120 days to complete all the tasks. But as you can see this, we need to read all the line here to understand the current situation. And you can see the task is in progress, and component 2 is not yet start yet. It's component 2 is done, it's finished, but integration is not yet start. Integration can be start unless the 2 development is done. Component 1 and component 2 is done, we can start the integration. So we just see this graph. We understand what are the tasks to do, and each task has its dependency. We need to complete design before build the component, something like this arrow. Yeah, and we already know also that the 2 components can be start in parallel. That means we can put many worker on each development. Maybe we can put 2 people or 3 or 4 people to work on 2 for component 1, 2 for component 2 in parallel, something like this. And we cannot put more than that because as this diagram, you can see only two that can start in parallel. Chẳng được không nó về detail mà ai dương ai break tới tiệt tạm bật á mà nhưng mà được không đấy khi ai break tới tô chưa năng tiệt chẳng được không task about design hay năng build đó ta thử ai xây tiệt thử ai class tiệt nó là bay bài ai thử mấy ai dương ai estimate dạ về việc bà đó chẳng không schedule nó viên thực ca ai class hay output với chị ấy chẳng input box schedule miền project management plan miền project schedule miền work performance data miền project calendar schedule data organizational process asset từng nắng chỉ input dân process vì hay bạn output này vì chỉ schedule là dân focus nhé schedule focus sẽ được nhé nó không là scheduling nhé chứ vì thực ra input từng này hay thực ra tool từng này là bị bill ba từng này nhé tại mà mình thử miên từng nâng mỏ ấy nè thử miên từng nâng đập bứt với miên nhưng miên là ná nhưng ai thờ là gì chứบริษัทในขนมกรงพลมาจนูรัฐมีต่างออกหนึ่งหมอยเป็นมีแต่มาจนูเนี่ยโดยเฉพาะเช็คสเกจจูลมีนะไปเช็คในชีวิตแพลนมีนะwork performance data អាចអត់មានในการដែលយើងចុះ start អញ្ចឹងយើងគេដឹងថាយើងធ្វើការលឿនឬក៏យឺតទេគេអត់ដឹងទេអញ្ចឹងអា work performance data គឺអត់ដឹងទេប៉ុន្តែគឺយើងអ្នក estimate ខ្លួនឯងថាយើងនឹងល្បឿនធ្វើការយើងអាចប៉ុណ្ណាណាអា work performance data នេះណាអញ្ចឹងយើងអត់មានទេពេលយើងចុះ start គេមិនដឹងព្រោះគេអត់ទាន់ដឹងថាយើងធ្វើការលឿនឬក៏យឺតផងណាអញ្ចឹង schedule ហ្នឹងគឺអត់អាចធ្វើបានទេប្រសិនបើអត់មាន work performance data ប៉ុន្តែយើងអ្នកកំណត់ខ្លួនឯងថាយើងធ្វើការលឿនល្បឿនប៉ុណ្ណាណាបច្ចេក calendar ហ្នឹងក៏មានដែរសម្រាប់ក្រុមហ៊ុនគេមានថាគេត្រូវធ្វើបច្ចេកណាណាណាទៅ start ពេលណាទៅចប់ពេលណាណាschedule data organizational process asset យ៉ាអាហ្នឹងគេបើសិនយើងចុះ start ក៏អត់មានដែរហ្នឹងណាប៉ុន្តែគេអាចណែនាំយើងណាគេអាចណែនាំយើងថាក្នុងហ្នឹងណាគេជាមេយើងយើងមានបញ្ហាអីសួរអ្នកនេះសួរអ្នកនោះអីចឹងណាគេអាចណែនាំអញ្ចឹងណាណាជា admin តាក់ទង admin មិនបើមាន issue ឬក៏បញ្ហាអីផ្សេងតាក់ទងណាគេចឹងទៅណាហ្នឹងគេអាចណែនាំយកហ្មងគេអត់មានជានេះទេចឹងអានេះមួយអាហ្នឹងអាចអត់មានទេក៏ប៉ុន្តែអាហ្នឹងគឺយើងស្មានយកទេណាព្រោះថាយើង estimate ថាការងារនេះយើងធ្វើ5ម៉ោងឬក៏3ថ្ងៃអីចឹងទៅណាបាទហ្នឹងយើងអ្នកស្មានខ្លួនឯងណាគេមានឲ្យយើងទេអាហ្នឹងដោយសារយើងចុះ start គេអត់បានមានទិន្នន័យតាក់ទងនឹងការងាររបស់យើងទេបើសិនយើងបុគ្គលិកហ្មងគេដឹងណាព្រោះយើងធ្វើការឲ្យគេមួយឆ្នាំអីហើយគេដឹងថាល្បឿនការងារយើងមិនណាអាហ្នឹងគេមាន work performance data ក៏ប៉ុន្តែយើង start មានទេហ្នឹងស្មានខ្លួនឯងអាហ្នឹងដែលជាគុណវិបត្តិមួយដែរណាក្រុមហ៊ុនខ្លះគេដាក់ការងារយើងមួយអញ្ចឹងទៅហើយគេចាំមើលថាតើយើងរយៈពេលប៉ុន្មានយើងធ្វើហើយ ហើយអ្នកខ្លះគាត់ថាការងារមានតែមួយគេអត់មានដាក់អីឲ្យថែមផងដោយសារតែយើងអត់ទាន់ធ្វើអាទី1ហ្នឹងហើយគេអត់ដឹងថាយើងធ្វើល្បឿនប៉ុណ្ណាអញ្ចឹងគេអត់ទាន់ហ៊ានដាក់បច្ចេកធំឲ្យយើងទេដោយសារតែបច្ចេកធំមួយចំនួនវាតកតទៅមួយ privacy ដែរណាវាជាលក្ខណៈរបស់បច្ចេក internal របស់ក្រុមហ៊ុនអញ្ចឹងគេអត់ឲ្យយើងដឹងទេលុះត្រាតែគេមើលទៅយើងធ្វើការលឿនដែរមើលទៅអាចទុកចិត្តបានដែរអញ្ចឹងគេអាចឲ្យហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងដំបូងគេគ្រាន់តែដាក់ task មួយចង់ដឹងថាយើងអាចធ្វើបានអត់អញ្ចឹងណាអាហ្នឹងក្រុមហ៊ុនមួយចំនួនវាអញ្ចឹងឯងដាក់អញ្ចឹងឬក៏ខ្លះទៀតគេទុកឲ្យយើងតែនៅក្នុងក្រុមហ៊ុនសិនអញ្ចឹងណាទុកពេលមួយអាទិត្យអីចឹងទៅយើងមាន relation នៅក្នុងក្រុមហ៊ុនដឹងពីការងារដឹងពីស្អីស្អីនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងទៅប៉ុន្តែខ្លះតនេមែនអង្គុយលេងហ្គេមអីចឹងអត់មានគិតថារយៈពេលដែលគេទុកឲ្យនេះគឺសម្រាប់ឲ្យយើងទៅមានតំណងជាមួយនឹងអ្នកដែលនៅក្នុងក្រុមហ៊ុនណាមានខ្សែមានអីចឹងណាពេលហ្នឹងយើងអាចមាន deal connection ខាង private company ខាងអីហ្នឹងទោះបីជាយើងមិនធ្វើការក៏ដោយតែយើងស្គាល់ណាយើងស្គាល់គេស្គាល់ខ្សែរយៈចឹងទៅណាចឹងថ្ងៃក្រោយគេលោកយើងអាចទៅធ្វើការអីក្នុងអីចឹងទៅចឹងតាមក្រុមហ៊ុនតែក្រុមហ៊ុនខ្លះគេដាក់ការងារតែមួយសិនទេណាយើងចង់ដឹងថាយ៉ាងរយៈពេលប៉ុណ្ណាដែលយើងធ្វើអាហ្នឹងណាដើម្បីយក work performance data នេះណាយកមួយហ្នឹងធ្វើ work performance data ដើម្បី base ទៅ estimate បច្ចេកសម្រាប់ឲ្យយើងធ្វើណាបានគេ build អាពួកនេះឲ្យយើងកើតនេះក្នុងបច្ចេក schedule បច្ចេក calendar នេះណាខ្លះទៀតចូលទៅគេដាក់បច្ចេកយកហ្មងក៏មានដែរណាដោយសារបច្ចេកហ្នឹងគេអត់បន្ទាន់ណាអញ្ចឹងយើងធ្វើរយៈពេលប៉ុន្មានធ្វើទៅវាជាលក្ខណៈ trend អញ្ចឹងយើងធ្វើបានឬមិនបានគេអត់សូវជានេះទេអត់សូវខ្វល់បានទេណាប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាបច្ចេកនេះជាបច្ចេកក្រុមហ៊ុនសម្រាប់យកមែនតែនហ្មងអាហ្នឹងគឺគេត្រូវការពួកនេះហើយណាហើយធ្វើម៉េចគេឲ្យតេស្តយើងមួយអីចឹងទៅណាในក្រុមហ៊ុនមួយចំនួនពេលយើងចូលទៅគេតេស្តមួយដែរគេធ្វើតេស្តមួយតេស្តនោះតូចដែរទេវាខ្ទង់2ម៉ោងអីក៏មានឬក៏តេស្តឲ្យរយៈពេល1ថ្ងៃដើម្បីយើងធ្វើការងារមួយហ្នឹងណាចង់ដឹងថា1ថ្ងៃនេះយើងធ្វើការងារមួយហ្នឹងបានអត់ចឹងទៅណាដើម្បីយកទៅវាស់បង្កើតអានេះ work performance data ហ្នឹងណាអញ្ចឹងវាមានរបៀបច្រើនគេអាចវាស់តាមអញ្ចឹងគេអាចវាស់តាមសាកល្បងមើលឬក៏ជាលក្ខណៈមួយគេឲ្យបច្ចេកឲ្យយើងធ្វើយកត្មងណាអញ្ចឹងវាមានច្រើននៅពេលដែលយើងចុះ train នោះហើយពេលធ្វើការមែនទែនក៏នេះដែរតែដោយសារគេមាន base performance data ដែលយើងធ្វើពីមុនមកហ្នឹងគឺគេអាចយកអាហ្នឹងទៅធ្វើជា base estimation បានIt's the same as this one, but it shows the process or schedule control. So direct and manage project work. We have work performance data. So you already work on some project, so they know that you are performing well or not. And develop the project management plan. We got the data is a project management plan, but it's not related to the schedule, time management, project time management. It's related to the the project management plan. It can be done by project manager or discuss with the customer. And the prior organization, we have organizational process assert. So organization, they have their process assert just like how you work in the organization. You need to follow that, follow the process of the organization. Like you need to meet your supervisor before you continue to discuss to admin, for example, or you need to meet admin first, and then you discuss with supervisor later. It depends on the organization. And we have developed the schedule of it, project documentation. We got as output, and monitor and control project work, schedule forecast, and work performance information. So, for example, you estimated that the task need to be done in a month to finish, and we need to monitor the project because it is forecasted. It's not it is predicted. It's not the real work, the actual work. So they need to control the actual work also. Is it late or something? And work performance information is data related to the estimation compared with the actual. So if you estimate 1 month and actually you do, for example, just 20 days or 25 days, so maybe your performance is better. And change request, project management plan update. So it's perform integrated change control. So if there are some change related to the feature, for example, client request for change, so they need to perform the integrated change control also. If the change take more time, so we need to update also, update the plan. If the change they need to add some feature, okay, we need to add some more time also. And sometimes we doesn't know all this input. Normally, when we work in the company, we already in the company, so we know all the process of the company. So here maybe you didn't know that you already add it inside that, like organizational process asset. We already work in that company, so we know all the process already. And the work performance data, sometimes when we work with Agile, we don't do this also. We don't take a work performance data also, because we are the one who estimate, so we know how much we can do. So sometimes this tool we don't have, but it's already have in our mind. And the plan, yes, it require. And the schedule development, yes, we need to have a schedule development for that. Maybe not develop a schedule, we need to control the schedule. Whether we are ahead of the schedule or we late. We understand and we can adjust according to the real situation. Because we are human, may sometimes we have we may be we are lazy sometimes, so we can late, can be late, and sometimes we become quite busy on other tasks, or sometimes we quite really interested in the project, so we do faster than the normal, so we can be early the schedule, so we can adjust this, but we need to plan ahead also. Even if we can change it later, but we need to make an initial plan. So we have initial plan, and then we update, continue update, control the schedule here. We control whether we are late or early, and then we inform to update some or refine some plan. ចឹងនៅក្នុងនេះយើងមិនមែនត្រូវបញ្ចូលទាំងអស់ណា input ហ្នឹងណា input ខ្លះគឺដោយសារយើង work នៅក្នុង company ស្រាប់អីចឹងគឺយើងដឹង process ស្រាប់ចឹងអាកន្លែងនេះប្រហែលជាអត់ដឹងថាខ្លួនឯងដាក់ចូលក្នុងស្រាប់នោះហើយណាហើយសម្រាប់អានេះវិញជួនកាលគឺយើងអ្នក estimate ខ្លួនឯងចឹងយើងដឹងថាខ្លួនឯងនោះធ្វើការរបៀបម៉េចហើយណាចឹងកន្លែងហ្នឹងអាចអត់មានដែរណាចឹងអីដែលមានហ្នឹងមានតែ plan របស់ project management ទេប្រាប់ថា project ហ្នឹងនឹងចាប់ដើមថ្ងៃនេះproject នេះនឹងចប់ថ្ងៃនេះតែប៉ុណ្ណឹងណាចឹងយើងពិបាក develop schedule ខ្លួនឯងបាន project schedule project calendar ហើយ schedule data មកប៉ុណ្ណឹងណាអញ្ចឹងអាកន្លែង control schedule ហ្នឹងគឺ manage ណាថាតើយើង early ឬក៏យើង late ណាអញ្ចឹងគឺដើម្បីឲ្យដឹងថាតើយើងធ្វើការទាន់ឬក៏មិនទាន់ហើយត្រូវធ្វើម៉េចទៀតណាត្រូវ update schedule ហ្នឹងត្រូវកែ plan ហ្នឹងឬក៏ម៉េចណាចាហ្នឹងវាប្រែប្រួលទៅតាមអា control schedule នេះបើសិនជាឃើញថា late ហើយអញ្ចឹងយើងកែ plan តិចទៅដើម្បីឲ្យវាស្របទៅតាមស្ថានភាពហ្នឹងណាព្រោះនៅពេលធ្វើមែនតើវាអាចប៉ះពាល់វាអាចមានបញ្ហាផ្សេងៗដែលយើងអត់ឃើញណា So we reach project network diagram. Project network diagram it show all the tasks in all the tasks as network. So each task has relationship. The relationship is dependency, interdependency each task. So we start from this task, and then we have 3 tasks, other tasks here, and then after finish for example, task A. After finish task A, we can start task B. So we can say task B cannot be started unless we finish task A. Also task C. After we finish task B and task A, we can start task C. So the task C cannot be started unless we finish both B and A. And continue until end. But we may not know which task that make the project late. Which task is the main task during all these among all these tasks. It's called the critical path. ចឹងក្នុងនេះគឺយើងនិយាយពី network របស់ task ទាំងអស់ណាចឹង task មួយមានតែអ្នកតំណងរវាងគ្នាទៅវិញទៅមកតាមរយៈ dependency ដូចជាករណីដែលយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមមកគឺយើងអាច start task 3ហ្នឹងទឹមគ្នាបាន A H K ហ្នឹងបានទឹមគ្នាក៏ប៉ុន្តែ task B មិនអាច start បានទេបើសិនជា A អត់ទាន់ចប់ task C អត់អាច start បានទេបើសិនជា B ហើយនិង H អត់ទាន់ចប់ណាថា I អត់អាច start បានទេបើសិនជា H ហើយនិង K អត់ទាន់ចប់ណាហើយយើងឃើញថាចុងក្រោយដល់បញ្ចប់នេះសួរថា task ណាដែល take time វែងជាងគេណាតាម network មួយណាតាមខ្សែណាហើយខ្សែណាដែលសំខាន់ជាងគេគេហៅ critical path ណាខ្សែដែលសំខាន់ជាងគេអញ្ចឹងជាឧទាហរណ៍ទេគេឲ្យយើង list activity ទាំងអស់ដែលត្រូវការដើម្បីឲ្យយើង visit Cape City ណា Cape City ហ្នឹងគឺស្ថិតនៅចម្ងាយ158គីឡូម៉ែត្រប្រហែលជា4ម៉ោង travel time ចឹងនៅក្នុងនេះតាមពិតវាជាដំណើរកម្សាន្តនេះសួរថារយៈពេល4ម៉ោងហ្នឹងយើងធ្វើខ្លះយើងគាត់អង្គុយក្នុងឡានណាឬក៏អីចឹងទៅណាហើយទៅដល់ហ្នឹងតើយើងត្រូវធ្វើអីណា list activity ទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងណាសួរថា activity ណា depend លើ activity ណាជាឧទាហរណ៍បើសិនជាជាឧទាហរណ៍បើសិនជាយើងជួលឡានចឹងណាចឹងថាគ្នាយើងបានមួយឡានហ្នឹងបានពី10នាក់ឬក៏10នាក់អីចឹងខ្ញុំចាត់ថា10នាក់មកឲ្យច្រើនពេកណា10នាក់បានហើយចឹង10នាក់ហ្នឹងតើក្នុងរយៈពេល4ម៉ោងហ្នឹងយើងធ្វើខ្លះឧទាហរណ៍ថាយើងជុំគ្នានៅម៉ោងប៉ុន្មានចឹងទៅណាជុំគ្នានៅម៉ោង6ណាតមកទៀតយើងធ្វើដំណើរទៅកែបយកហ្មងណាធ្វើដំណើរចេញធ្វើដំណើរចេញនៅម៉ោងប្រហែលចឹងណាចឹងតើជុំគ្នាបានចេញបានខ្ញុំឧទាហរណ៍ចេះបើសិនជាអត់ជុំគ្នាគ្រប់10នាក់យើងអត់ចេញបានទេអញ្ចឹងតើ delay នេះយើងអាច delay រយៈពេលប្រហែលណាម៉ោង6រហូតដល់ម៉ោង6កន្លះបានយើងបានចេញអីចឹងទៅណាតមកទៀតយើងចេញទៅយើងអាចទៅដល់ណាដើម្បីយើងហូបអាហារពេលព្រឹកអីចឹងទៅណាហើយជាខ្ទង់ម៉ោង8ទៅម៉ោង9អីចឹងទៅយើងហូបអាហារពេលព្រឹកឬក៏អីចឹងទៅណាហើយបានធ្វើដំណើរតទៀតរហូតទៅដល់កែបណាចឹងទៅដល់កែបហ្នឹងយើងថាខ្ទង់ប្រហែលម៉ោងប្រហែលព្រោះយើង estimate time គឺរយៈពេលប្រហែលខ្ទង់4ម៉ោងដើម្បីធ្វើដំណើរណាចឹងយើងគិតថាម៉ោង6កន្លះទៅដល់នោះប្រហែលជាម៉ោងប្រហែលទៅ12ចឹងណាទេតទៅទៀតប្រហែលជាម៉ោង12កន្លះអញ្ចឹងទៅណាចឹងប្រហែលជាម៉ោង12កន្លះយើងទៅដល់កែបចឹងទៅថាតើយើងត្រូវចូលកន្លែងគេហៅកំសាន្តយកហ្មងឬក៏មិនណាត្រូវដើរទិញម្ហូបទិញអីចឹងណាដើម្បីអាហារថ្ងៃត្រង់ហ្នឹងព្រោះម៉ោង12ហើយណោះទៅចូលញ៉ាំអាហារថ្ងៃត្រង់យកទៅហ្មងក៏បានដែរចា activity ទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងគឺវាមាន dependency បើយើងអត់ទាន់ទៅដល់ទេយើងក៏អាចដើរទិញម្ហូបបានដែរឧទាហរណ៍ចេះណាព្រោះយើងទិញម្ហូបនៅកែបតែម្ដងណាឬក៏ទិញទុកពីយប់អីចឹងមិនដឹងទេណាចឹង list activity ទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងគឺឲ្យធ្វើជា network diagram ចឹងវាមាន dependency ណាអាណាដែលត្រូវពឹងលើអាណាចឹងទៅបើសិនជាមួយនោះអត់តន់ចប់ទេมันអាចធ្វើសកម្មភាពមួយទៀតឧទាហរណ៍ចឹងណាអាហ្នឹងតែពិតនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងគេឲ្យយើងគូឯងដល់តែបាច់គូខ្ញុំ take time ឯណោះចង់គូទៅណាSo all the activity that you need to be done during the from the start until you visit the camp and return home. So all this activity it has a dependency. And like in the morning you have two group your member up to 10 member. So you set the time is 6 a.m. You cannot go without any missing member. So you need to wait until maybe 6:30 before you can start traveling to the Cape City. So you need to wait some of your member to up to 10 member. And then you can stop somewhere around 8 and 9 to get breakfast. And after that, you continue to Cape City. It's maybe you will reach capacity around 12. Around 12. So if you take a lot of time for breakfast, for example, 1 hour, half hour, so you may reach 12:30. So after reach, you may decide to visit directly the resort, or you can have lunch first. So to have lunch, you might take an hour, maybe an hour, or you visit the resort and you relax and have lunch. Yeah, directly. And all this activity is must, for example, it depends on the time you reach the city. For example, you reach at 12 or 12:30 first. If you don't reach, you cannot go to the resort. It depends on the task of traveling. And after you reach the resort, you need to maybe you find a place for relaxing. And after that, you relax for 3 hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours. You need to come back. So you need to pack your belonging and then regroup and then travel back. So all this you may need to draw, but I don't think we have time to draw. So we just give an example. If you want to draw, you can draw at home. And this one is to evaluate which is the best time for estimation. For example, you estimate the time you travel from your home or the place you stay to ITC, for example. If you come every day, you know that sometimes you take half an hour, and sometimes you take 45 minutes, and sometimes you take only 20 minutes. So it depends on the situation. It depends on the traffic. So it has three situations. One is optimistic estimated task. It means that if you have no traffic jam, you may take 20 minutes. P, pessimistic estimation, the task. Maybe you have a lot of traffic jam, you may take up to 45 minutes to reach ITC. If most likely estimated, it means that generally there's no traffic, no too much traffic jam, you may take 30 minutes. So most likely is frequently happen that you take 30 minutes only. So the estimation is the combination of these three. O plus 4M plus P divided by 6 is the general estimation per. អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំឧទាហរណ៍ថាយើងធ្វើដំណើរពីកន្លែងនៅរបស់យើងមកតិចណូអញ្ចឹងណាអញ្ចឹងការធ្វើដំណើរវាមិនមែនទៀងទាត់ថារយៈពេលស្មើគ្នារហូតទេពេលខ្លះបើសិនជាយើងអត់ស្ទះសោះណា optimistic ហ្នឹងអត់ស្ទះសោះគឺយើងប្រើតែខ្ទង់ប្រហែល20នាទីដល់ហើយណាតែបើសិនជាមានស្ទះខ្លាំងមែនតើប្រហែលជាខ្ទង់45នាទីបានដល់ការ pessimistic estimation តែបើតាមធម្មតាវាមានស្ទះតិចតួចអីចឹងណាតាមធម្មតាគឺវាខ្ទង់ប្រហែលជា30នាទីចឹងអញ្ចឹងគេមាន3ហ្នឹងបូកចូលគ្នាណាវាប្រើរូបមុននេះណា estimation ស្មើនឹង optimistic បូកជាមួយនឹង4most likely bộ trừ mùi nằm phí chạy nằm của mùi nằm bây hồ general estimation cái miền mùi tiết cái hai azal plan anh ấy cái hai planning poker nó vì sự nghiệp thư bộ azal planning cái miền sẽ lập bia nó cứ chia lệ máu rồi có chia lệ cái hai function point chia máu của bạn rồi chia function point của bạn đây là không nào ai kia mình khang khói nó người đòi đằng này đó chẳng nó bị estimate kim chung thì 3-4 nè chẳng tới ai cái thứ estimate mà nè mùi ta đôi tha tầm mùi này đó chẳng bởi mà nè nó có tha pi mau mà nè tiền mà mau nè tiền pi mau chẳng tới cái bố hay chạy thân mình chung thiện màu lấy ra planning poker thì thứ tới cái trần lên nhà nặng thì mới cái mình lại là entertain phó thì phí cái ban thực cả điện chẳng hạn nó cái đăng estimation result của cái ban chỉ estimation hơi cái ai play around chứ cái ai miền sự mẹ hoặc cà phêอย่างtới rồi có question mark sự mẹ xua sum nú thà lớn nhưng anh vô lấy thà năng đang thưa ai vòng chứ cái ai question chẳng lệ sai sập lệ mà rồi thị trấn ở pi đấy cứ ở chỗ ba anh gì tha ca nghe nó bạn mình tên nhưng cái thằng bạn mình tên như đã mà rồi chẳng nè đã khơi lên mà rồi nó ở mấy có thời là bây giờ bật hai detail thật task nó thôi chơi hay mình thưa tặng ở năng này đó chúng ta còn đã thà mấy thằng ôi thằng này thấu màคือmình là buồn 7 ngày hao ý tiền đang phải chiều chờ mình tên nhưng đã đâm rồi dạ đã đâm rồi nó cứ mấy thời ví dụ bộ bài thà nó tôi chỉ thà tôiผมเอาไปทำอย่างนะจังยูทูเตอร์สมัยเนี่ยทำไมกี่เอา estimate ทำแต่จะเป็นผมไปเมา maximum เนาะเนี่ยทำไมเนี่ยในบริษัททำไอ้ทำเราหมดไฟเราหมดไฟวิจิสวิตโจอันนี้โจไฟบนสีเนาะมวยปีใบนะแผ่mộtปีใบปีแผ่แผ่mộtใบบนใบไฟบนสีใบดับใบไฟจะใบเลยนั่นคือมีแหละขนาดแต่ special เลยเธอตัวใบนะมันอาจจะตกดมmột thầy sai rồi cầm rồiนะIt's called a planning poker. Normally we do the estimation by playing poker. So we have one task and we have 3 developers, for example, and the 3 developer estimate on that one task. So estimation is a game. We play as a poker game. So each developer need to pick one of these number. So for example, one estimate 1 hour, another 2 hour, another 1 hour. So we do the sum of the 3 and find the average. And find the average. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. Then divide by 3, so it's around 1. It's around 1 hour. For some time we have the long estimation. For example, we take time too much for the meeting, so we need a break, coffee break. Sometimes we don't understand the task, we put the question mark. Or sometimes the task is too short or too big, 20, 40, or 100. So we need to break it down to smaller tasks. So normally we require just 0 to 8 hours or 13 hours maximum. So it's more than that, we need to break it down. Like 20, 40, and 100, we need to break down to a smaller task. This one is critical path technique that we need to estimate which part that is very critical for the project. For example, if the task is late, we will late also the project. If the task is early, the project is also early. So it's called critical path technique. For example, we have a series of tasks, something like this. Task A, we need 2 days, task B 15 days, and we require task A to finish before start task B. Task C 10 days, we need to finish task A before start task C. Task D 13 days, we need to finish task A before start task D. Task E 18 days, we need to complete task A before start task E. Task F 15 days, we need to complete task C and D before start task F. Task G 10 days, we need to complete task F and B before start task G. Task A 5 days, we need to complete E and G. If you see this table, maybe it's hard to understand. So we need to see in the graph mode, network graph. So in the network graph, we draw something like this. Task A, B, C, D, E start after task A. Something like this. B, C, D, E start after task A. Task A. And task F start after task C and D. Task F start after C and D. Task G start after B and C. B and F. B and F. Task A can start after task G and E. So we have the other box. So this box is not just put for decoration. It has the meaning also. So this one is duration. Task A 2 days, task B 15 days, task C 10 days, task D 13 days, task E 18 days, task F 15. And this one is task code A, B, C, D. And early start, early finish. Let's start, let's finish. Early start, it means as soon as we can start the task. When will be the earliest time we can start? And the early finish, when will be the earliest time to finish the task? Let's start. When will be the latest time? For example, the worst case that we can start very late. Let's start. This one is the result. How many days you have, the maximum day that you have before it's too late. And late finish is about if you are very late, which day that you can have the late, the most late. So how can we feel this? To feel it, you need to put for example, you count all this. It is the last date. For example, you need to put for example, you have 45 days to complete all this. Let's see this first. To feel this. It's called the PERT. It's critical path. We need to find the best route, the base root that is critical root. So you need to sum up the numbers of day, for example. So the last one is the earliest finish. So for example, early start. So you need 2 days to complete. So maybe you put this one is early start from 0, for example. So after you finish, you plus 2. You work 2 days, so you need 2 days to complete. So early finish is 2 days. So early start of this one is from finish A. As soon as you finish A, you can start B, C, D, E. So it's all 2 here. It's 2, 2, it's 2. So plus 15 days, you finish, early finish is 17 days. Plus 2 is 12. Plus 2 is 15. Plus 2 is 20. So about this task, you can start after finish C and D. So the early finish of C and D is 12 and 15. So you can start after 15. The maximum between 2. Maximum between 2 is 15. So you can start at 15, early start. And early finish is 15 plus 15 is 30. So the task G can start if finish task B and F. So you can see early finish of B and F is 17 and 30. So the maximum between the two is 30. So 30 here. Thirty plus 10 is 40. So task A can start after finish task G and E. So maximum between early finish 20 and 40. So it's 40. Sorry. It's 40, not 45. It's 40. And 40 plus 5, 45 here. To find the critical path, you need to put the late finish is equal to early finish of the last task. That means that it's 45. Yeah. So if you do the task, the late test one is 45, the late finish is 45 for the last task. So you need 5 days to complete. So you minus 5, so you got 40 here. So your reservation is equal to the reservation is the time that reserve or the time that you have. For example, if you late, how many days you can late? So it's equal to you can say late finish or early finish minus. So 45 plus 5 is 0. If you late start is 40, so the other two tasks also late finish 40. So this one is 40. And this one also 40. So you need 10 days to complete for the 40 task G. So so it is, let's start is 30. So 0 reservation. 40 plus minus 40 is 0. So this one you need 40, but you need only 18 days to complete. So 40 minus 18 is around 22. Okay. So reservation is around 20 days. So if you let, you able to let 20 days. It's okay for task A. So don't rush for task A. You can be let, you have a reservation for 20 days. And we go back for this one also. It's let start is at 30, so let finish here for task F is 30 also. And the same for task B, 30. So task F, 30 minus 15 is 15. So reservation is 0. And this one, 13 minus 15 is 15. So you have reservation is around 13 days. So this task you can let, task B can let around 13 days is okay. So don't rush this one. Also for the task F, let start is 15. So let finish is 15 also for task C and D. So for task C and D, C require 10 days, so it's 5. 15 for task D, 13, so it's 2. So 0 reservation. This one has 3 reservation. So come back to task A. It requires around 4 tasks before we can start. So task A, the let finish is the minimum around the 4 early start. So it's 15, 5, 2, and 12. So the minimum of the 4 tasks is 2. The 2 minus 2 is 0. So reservation is 0. So the critical path, is the path that has 0 reservation. So this one is 0. And here is 0, this one. This one. Go to just G and here. There's something wrong with the drawing. You see. So I draw it one line, 1, 2, 3. This is the critical path. Yeah, 0 reservation, and this path is critical path. All the paths that has 0 reservation. That means if this task late, the whole project late. If this task early, the whole project early. So the critical path show the task that is very important to implement, not to let it late. If it is late, you need to inform. You need to inform the team. You need to inform the customer that your project will be late. So this task is very critical for implementation. Okay. It's just a redraw. It is a task you need to do. But I don't think you need to do is writing on the paper. We have okay, we have to complete it here. ចឹងខ្ញុំគ្រាន់តែសួរថាតើគ្នាយើងយល់ទេអានេះ Hello យល់អាហ្នឹងអត់ទេទៅ draw វិញមក Hello យល់តែអាហ្នឹងហើយវាតែគេកណនីរោ critical task critical path ណា អូខេចឹងខ្ញុំបញ្ចប់ត្រឹមនេះហើយគ្នាយើងមានសំណួរ Hello មានសំណួរដែរអូខេមានទេលោកគ្រូអូខេចឹងយើងបញ្ចប់នេះណាតើតើមួយបច្ចេកគ្នាយើងមានទេដោយសារតែគ្រូគាត់ថាគ្នាយើងនៅសល់ពេលតែប្រហែលជាខ្ទង់មួយខែទេអញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងនេះខ្ញុំដាក់ជាបច្ចេកតូចទេមិនជាធំទេអញ្ចឹងគ្នាយើងអាច propose time ខ្លួនឯងសម្រាប់បច្ចេកហ្នឹងយើងអាច propose time បច្ចេកណាខ្លួនឯងទៅណា
លោកគ្រូបើយើង propose យើងអាចរើស team ខ្លួនឯងបានលោកគ្រូpropose ខ្លួនឯង
Yes ចឹងខ្ញុំបង្ហាញបន្តិចសិនប៉ុន្តែវាគ្រាន់តែបច្ចេកទូចទេខ្ញុំដាក់នៅក្នុងហ្នឹងព្រោះដោយសារយើងរយៈពេលវាខ្លីមែនតើបើសិនឆ្នាំមុនយើងបានដល់10អាទិត្យ9អាទិត្យណាប៉ុន្តែឆ្នាំនេះយើងមានតែ4អាទិត្យទេតែអញ្ចឹងទៅវាអត់មានអីដែលយើងអាចធ្វើកើតណាអញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងយើងអាចរើខ្លួនឯងចឹងខ្ញុំផ្ញើឲ្យជា link ហ្នឹងសម្រាប់យើងរើខ្លួនឯងduration ហ្នឹងគឺយើងមានពេលតែខ្ទង់ប្រហែលជា4សប្តាហ៍ទេដល់អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំគិតថាប្រហែលជាអត់មានអីជាបច្ចេកដែលយើងអាចធ្វើធំអីកើតណា ចឹងនៅក្នុងនេះ presentation របស់យើងប្រហែលជា2022 ខែ 2 February ណាហើយប្រហែលជាខ្ទង់ថ្ងៃច្បាស់ដែរប្រហែលខ្ទង់ថ្ងៃ 5 ណាហើយជាថ្ងៃ 5 ខ្ទង់ចន្លោះថ្ងៃសៅរ៍ណា Saturday Saturday ថ្ងៃទី5 February 2021 ណា 2022 ណាតែជាពេលព្រឹកទៅតាមខ្ញុំគិតណាក្រុមប្រហែលជា5នាក់6នាក់ maximum ណាដូចជាម្នាក់មកក្រុមហ្នឹងអាចបានតែមកជិះទេគ្រាន់តែជា small បច្ចេកទេណាយើងមិនได้សារពេលវេលាតែ9អាទិត្យទេនៅក្នុងនេះខ្ញុំគ្រាន់តែ propose ទេគ្នាយើងអាចនេះខ្លួនឯងថែមណាខ្ញុំគ្រាន់ propose ទេហ្នឹងយើងធ្វើក៏បានមិនក៏បានបច្ចេកហ្នឹងគឺយើងរើសបច្ចេកនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងក៏បានឬក៏យើងបង្កើតខ្លួនឯងក៏បានអូខេខ្ញុំគិតថាវា4អាទិត្យអញ្ចឹងវាអាចធ្វើបច្ចេកយ៉ាងធំកើតណាបាទណា
លោកគ្រូបច្ចេកធ្វើប្រើអីក៏បានមែនលោកគ្រូហើយ web ក៏បាន mobile ក៏បានប្រើលោកគ្រូ
Yes ចឹងខ្ញុំទុកពេលឲ្យគ្នាយើងសម្រាប់ propose project ខ្លួនឯងដែរណាចឹង deadline ដែលយើងធ្វើហ្នឹងថាខ្ទង់ចាប់ពីអាទិត្យក្រោយគឺយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមតែម្ដងហើយយើងនឹងចប់នៅក្នុងខែចុងខែ1ណា
លោកគ្រូក្នុង project ហ្នឹង require អីគេខ្លះបន្ទាប់ពីយើងបាន topic អីហើយ
project ហ្នឹងធ្វើមិនក៏ដោយគឺត្រូវតែមាន working product ណាជា require ហ្មងណាចឹងបានជាអត់ចង់ឲ្យ project ហ្នឹងជា project ធំទេព្រោះ small បានឬក៏ជា small feature មួយនៅក្នុង project ធំអីក៏បានដែរណា
លោកគ្រូសុំសួរមួយនៅពេលដែលយើងបាន topic នៃ project ហើយយើងត្រូវមាន project chart project planning អីទៀតត្រូវអត់លោកគ្រូ
អាហ្នឹងដើម្បីយើង apply ទេដើម្បីយើង apply ទេតែបើសិនជា maintain អាហ្នឹងបើសិនយើងមើលទៅអាហ្នឹងមើលតាមហ្នឹងបើសិនជាបច្ចេកតូចយើងអាចមិនបាច់មានក៏បានដែរណាព្រោះយើងដឹងថាអា planning ហ្នឹងគឺសម្រាប់នៅពេលដែលយើងមើលអត់ធ្លុះថាបច្ចេកហ្នឹងវាត្រូវរយៈពេលប្រហែលហើយយើងត្រូវការឲ្យ member របស់យើងហ្នឹងចូលរួមនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាយើងមាន member ច្រើនយើងត្រូវការ plan ហ្នឹងហើយដើម្បីឲ្យគ្នាយើងខិតឆ្អាប់ទាំងអស់គ្នាហើយយើងនៅលើផ្លូវតែមួយអញ្ចឹងណាចឹងបច្ចេក plan ជាអត់រួចទេអាហ្នឹងហ៎
follow ទៅខាងគ្រូបានរៀនដូចជាអាចារ្យ
សុំភាសាទៀត
នៅពេលដែលយើងធ្វើ project ហ្នឹងយើងត្រូវ follow ទៅតាមអា model ដែលលោកគ្រូបានបរៀនពួកខ្ញុំហើយត្រូវមាន activity ដូចអាចារ្យ Scrum អញ្ចឹងយើងត្រូវមាន daily Scrum សួរ question ហ្នឹងយើងត្រូវការ note ជា report យកមកសូរលោកគ្រូទៀតអត់
ប្រហែលជាមិនបាន daily ទេបើសិនគ្នាយើងអាចធ្វើ daily បានតែសម្រាប់ report ខ្ញុំតាមអាទិត្យតែម្ដងទេ
Sir, can you repeat it because I don't understand?
Yes, project you can propose project by yourself. You have 1 week. We can start next week project. So you have 1 week to propose the project, and project must be done in just 4 or 5 weeks maximum. So you don't have to do the big project. It's just small project or just small feature in the project.
But what kind of a project?
Yes, you can propose your own project. But the team, we need the team maximum 6 member maximum. But you cannot do alone. Okay.
But the goal is to make like project like a Gantt, and I mean,
To apply the
what's the
project
purpose
management.
of the project?
To apply the project management course.
Okay.
So you need to have the schedule. You need to have the project plan. And also you need to do as project management like Scrum meeting. And you need to report me just once a week.
Okay, and this is our final. Sorry, this is our final like project, right?
Yes. But for the project management course, it's not the whole course. So there's a many course, right? So maybe there are other course they have project also, but this is just the final for the project management course. So the score is around 50% of the whole score of the project management course.
លោកគ្រូសួរមួយលោកគ្រូខ្ញុំស្ដាប់អត់សូវទាន់លោកគ្រូ
So much មួយគេ
លោកគ្រូបញ្ចេញហ្នឹងគាត់មកថាយើងយើង propose បញ្ចេញហ្នឹងអត់មានសរសេរកូដលោកគ្រូឬក៏យើងដាក់សរសេរកូដមានព្យាបាល design ទាំងអស់ក៏ដូចក៏គ្រាន់តែធ្វើតែ plan លោកគ្រូក៏មិន
កូដមានណាមានកូដណា
កូដទៀត
plan schedule កូដគាត់ថាកូដហ្នឹងយើងអាចយក feature មួយនៅក្នុង project ទាំងមូលហ្នឹងក៏បានដែរមិនឲ្យ complete project ទាំងមូលទេ complete តែ main feature វាបានណា
បាទគ្រូអញ្ចឹងមិនមែនត design មក whole system ទេអញ្ចឹងបានលោកគ្រូ
មែនអត់ទេព្រោះ whole system វាអាចធំណាក្នុងពេលទៅគ្នាហ្នឹងគ្រូក៏គាត់អាច add project ដែរអញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងក៏ខ្ញុំអត់អាចថាមិនដែរបើសិនជាយើង add ខ្លួនឯងអូខេយើង propose ខ្លួនឯងក៏អូខេណាហើយ team របស់យើង maximum ខ្ទង់តែ4 ទៅ 5 នាក់បានហើយណាកុំឲ្យច្រើនពេកណាកន្លែងនេះ member ណាហើយជា maximum 4 to 5ណា
លោកគ្រូ member ហ្នឹងយើងរើសខ្លួនឯងឬក៏មិន
យើង choose ខ្លួនឯងណា you can choose your own member okay project member but you cannot do alone you cannot do a solo okay you need to do in team you cannot do the solo
So if I well understood, we need to choose one project, and we need to
you can
realize
propose yes you need to choose or you propose your own project and then you need to choose your members and after that
you
yeah
sorry and you
yes
so after if we choose a personal project, you need to approve it, right?
yes I will approve. So you need to come to me or you talk by Telegram, and then you discuss, and I agree for the project and add to this Google Sheet. Okay, and then you can start next week. And during the project, I need some documents like project description, project name, description, project plan. Okay. Also your member, who are your members, just like in this diagram, in this list. And you have 5 weeks only. Last week we have last year we have 9 weeks, but now we have only 5 weeks, so I did it. So we have only 5 weeks. So during this 5 weeks, you need to implement at least one feature, one main feature, and it working also. So at last, you need to have the feature that is working feature, but if you can't do the whole project, it's okay, it's fine. And the last, at last, you need to have a presentation also. So you need to prepare some presentation for your work. So document ដែលត្រូវការចាំបាច់ទី1គឺ project plan របស់យើងហើយ schedule ណា schedule ហើយបន្ទាប់មកទៀតគឺតកតងជាមួយនឹង working product របស់យើងយ៉ាងហោចណាស់ក៏មាន feature ដើរដែរណាគឺ main feature របស់វាណាយ៉ាងតិចណាស់ណាហើយនឹងមួយទៀតគឺចុងក្រោយគឺ presentation អូខេហើយបើយើងធ្វើហើយទាំងមូលហ្មងក៏ល្អដែរបើសិនជាprojectណាតូចយើងអាចធ្វើឲ្យហើយទាំងមូលហ្មងក៏បានណា
លោកគ្រូ member យើងហើម៉ាអ្នកលោកគ្រូ
maximum 5 maximum
បាទលោកគ្រូ
លោកគ្រូចាស់ link ដែលលោកគ្រូតម្លាក់ឲ្យហ្នឹងអាហ្នឹង link នេះគេវិញ
អត់តន់ចូលទេ link ហ្នឹង link ហ្នឹងវាជាតារាង project ចឹងយើងចូលក្នុង project project foundation ហ្នឹងទៅយើង add project យើងចូលប៉ុន្តែ add ហ្នឹងគឺត្រូវdiscuss មកខ្ញុំថា agree ឬក៏អត់ព្រោះ project ខ្លះវាអាចតូចពេកឬក៏វាធំពេកណាវាយើងមើលដែរថាគួរតែធ្វើតែ feature ណាអីចឹងទៅណា Okay, so you can discuss and you can ask me by Telegram. We need to complete the session now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, betul.